What's going on, KAQ Army, KAQ Nation, KAQ Gang, KAQ? Keep asking questions. How's it going? This is OFL, that stands for Our Founding Liars. That is my show. I am the host. That is also my name, the host. How you doing today? You doing good? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing swell. I hope you're doing, I hope you're doing all of the above, really. I hope life's going great for you. I hope it's doing to you, the opposite of what life is doing to Ghislaine Maxwell right now, which is who I want to talk about for today's video. Who's Ghislaine Maxwell? Or is it Ghislaine Maxwell? I'm not really sure how you pronounce it because I've literally heard reporters say it both ways. I will refer to her as Ghislaine, I guess, because it sounds like a glibelane, and it's kind of easy to remember that way. I think there's an S in it, like the actual spelling. I don't know what that's about. Perhaps it's like, secret society kind of stuff. Here's the thing. Let me tell you something about this so-called woman, this so-called human being. If you don't follow current affairs, then don't worry. You're following my words right now. Therefore, you will kind of know the gist of it in a minute or two, or depending on how long this video will be. Ghislaine Maxwell is connected to Jeffrey Epstein, just as everything is connected to Mr. Jeffrey Epstein, as you will soon see. That shouldn't shock you, but what will shock you is the revelation I'm about to reveal to you in a moment's time. And if that revelation doesn't shock you, you're probably just as cold as the subjects that I am referring to in the following minutes to come. Jeffrey Epstein is the mastermind behind a massive sex trafficking operation, a pet ring, if you will. I don't know if I can say the word without getting demonetized, but the fact that I'm not monetized helps me alleviate that fear. You know what I mean? So he's not a good guy. He's not a good person. This Ghislaine Maxwell lady, person, monster, is his confidant, if you will. He's his business partner. She helped Mr. Epstein traffic all of these women. She was a talent scout from hell. She wasn't good, not a good person. I've come to some conclusions that nobody else has come to, okay? And if they have, it will be revealed in the mainstream media moments time, but hopefully our founding liars can upload what I've found before the big drop happens, okay? So it's a race of journalistic integrity, if you will. Okay, here's the thing. Let me tell you how I came to this conclusion. I've been on like a true crime kind of kick lately. I went to my local Barnes & Noble and I purchased some books that I think might have freaked out the cashier. She was all pleasant, but then she became unpleasant when she rang up my items. I told her, listen, I'm the host of OFL, Our Founding Liars. It's okay, it's just research. But she didn't really, I feel like that made things worse for some reason, but I got her asking questions in her head, and she's probably still asking questions, so considering that's all my show cares about, that's a minor victory to me. Now, here's the thing. I purchased an Epstein book. Not a book by Epstein, a book about Epstein by James Patterson. You probably saw the documentary on Netflix that it's based on. But I also bought two books about a man named Charles Manson. And you will see why these guys are connected momentarily. Now, Charles Manson, for you young people, you know what? Being young doesn't have anything to do with not knowing who he is. This guy was born way before me. I know who he is, but I have met 32-year-olds that didn't know who he was, which is shocking to me. It saddens me people don't know this monster, Charles Manson was a cult leader, I guess you call him, who convinced his followers that the Beatles wanted the world to start a race war, so he sent his people out to sneak into mansions and stuff and kill people. One of those people being Sharon Tate, famous actress at the time. Pretty crazy, This acid freak hippie gets 100 people to call him Jesus Christ, and I can't get people to click on my Amazon referral links, So maybe I should study Mr. Manson a little bit and see what he's got that I don't got. And, but here's the thing, it got me thinking that there's more to everything. Now, what if I was to tell you that the Charles Manson cult is directly related to Ghislaine Maxwell? How, host, how? Well, I'm glad you asked. Here's the thing, let me tell you something. Among the victims of Charles Manson's massacre, if you will, one of them was a woman named Abigail Folger, if I remember correctly. Abigail Folger was the daughter of the chairman of the guy who owned Folger's Coffee. Okay, she was the heiress, if you will, to a Fortune 500 company that is Folger's Coffee. Now, it's kind of a strange target for a cult to go after, but it will all make sense in moments time. Now, flash forward to today, we got a little Ghislaine Maxwell. You know, she's an heiress to a rich daddy too, you know. If you look it up, all it says is media mogul. It doesn't really go into detail of what her daddy did. All these like Wikipedia articles. He was mysteriously found dead in a river or ocean or something like that, which is kind of shady in itself, but I'm not investigating his death. I'm investigating what I'm about to tell you. What did Ghislaine Maxwell's dad own? Well, I'll tell you. It's in the last name. Maxwell. What's Maxwell? Maxwell is a popular coffee brand. That's right. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that since the dawn of time, Maxwell Coffee has been trying to destroy people left and right. Starting in the 60s, Maxwell Coffee targeted the family of Folger's Coffee, which is the, you know, the direct competition, if you will, when it comes to cheap office coffee. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So it all started then. I think what happened was, you know, the Maxwell Coffee attacked Folger's Coffee through these hippies, framed Charles Manson, and then, you know, Folger's figured out it was the Maxwell guy that killed him. Flash forward to today, Ghislaine Maxwell's all upset about her dad, and now she's just trying to wreak havoc on the entire world. You understand? So what I think is Maxwell Coffee is a dangerous, dangerous company. There's no telling what they'll do. They're trafficking women now just to get back at Folgers for some reason. The logic is insane. I don't quite get it myself. All I know is that it's probably happening. I don't know. Listen, I can't make this stuff up. And if I could, I'd write a book about it. Like Chaos. And if you want to buy Chaos, which is that book I was talking about, you can click on the Amazon referral links and buy it yourself, and then the host gets a little kickback. How cool is that? You know what you also can do? You can hit subscribe, you can hit share. You can do all these wonderful things. You have free will. Listen, just a little food for thought. I just want to say this before somebody else tells you. I don't know the full connection, I just know the dots, and hopefully somebody else can connect them. Till next time, subscribe, keep asking questions.